Hi everyone. I do want to start off by saying, please excuse me. I woke up very sick, and it's too late to do a written report, so bear with me. I'm Aurora Sanchez. This is the Individualized Teaching and Learning. And here's my presentation. The table of contents is my introduction and motivation. We're going to talk about the case study details, about goals and support, conclusion, and the resources. The introduction to me, is all children should be able to feel welcomed and included in their classroom. I found this in one of the readings that we had I believe it was the first week, and it's all children benefit from individualized learning opportunities that are linguistically and culturally responsive. However, some children may require more specialized supports to access and participate in learning and social experiences and activities. This includes children with identified disabilities, as well as children who are at risk for developmental delays. My motivation are these questions. How can teachers make a classroom more inclusive? What modifications and adaptations can be made in the learning areas for all children? I also got this from the Early Learning Inclusion. It's another resource that we got, I believe it was the second or third week. Today, an ever increasing number of infants and young children with and without disabilities play, develop, and learn together in a variety of places: home, early childhood programs, neighborhoods, and other communities based on settings. To me, the setting is really important for the child to feel inclusive. It's the learning environments, the teachers, um, the surrounding areas, even the painting, the colors on the wall, if they're overstimulating, can really have an impact on children. The focused child. I focus on the child whose name is Rio. He's 4 years old and in a preschool classroom. Um, a little backstory on myself. I do not work in classrooms. I am an early learning coach, mentor. So I work and with the educators and give them resources and help them bring their childcare to quality level. And that includes a lot of educational pieces. So I was asked if I can go observe this child to make a referral for him. And before I make referrals, I always observe the children in two different times of the day. And then I also observe the teachers' strategies, how they teach, and also their learning environments to see if that's a factor in the child's concerning behaviors. So the focus child that I was working with is Rio again. Um, so his strengths is that he shows interest in animals, building with blocks, repeating sounds and words, can name objects and animals in books when one-on-one, moves to music, engages in conversations with teachers when prompted. So if the teachers invite him to answer questions, he will do so, but he will not do it on his own. He does not approach other children. The teacher's concerns were, and his needs were, does not express emotions with words, will not engage with other children unless the teacher prompts or starts conversations, plays alone, uses more grunts and aggression to express himself, has difficult transitions, shows separation anxiety, and is a busybody. The big three goals that I worked on in this assignment, and I also presented to the lead teacher in the classroom, was the first goal is by the end of the year, Rio will learn to express emotions with his own words. Goal 2 is by the end of the year, Rio will learn to have smoother transitions. And goal 3 is by the end of the year, Rio will know how to take care of his classroom materials. So the breakdown on goal 1 was his current skill level is Rio uses minimal words to express himself with teacher support. He uses negative body language like hitting, fighting, pushing, taking away toys to express himself. And the next steps were Rio will use flashcards and pictures with facial expressions to help identify and label the emotions on the cards. And after that, the teacher will help Rio use I statements in his sentences when expressing his emotions. The following step would Rio will learn to self-regulate using skills to calm himself and express with words how he is feeling. The teacher will have a cozy calming area available throughout the day. And these are examples of the flashcards that I presented. And I got these from Teachers Pay Teachers for the preschool. And you can get them for free. So these are the main cards that they wanted to focus on was happy, mad, sad, and calm. And we also found I am feeling, and he can point out to he's feeling frustrated, angry, or sad, and what he needs in that moment. And he can point out what it is. Goal two breakdown is that his current level, Rio can transition with support from teachers with lots of redirecting. The next step is teacher will review transitions and schedules during circle time to help Rio understand and follow transitions and daily routines without getting upset. Um, Reel will follow transition visuals, use timers or sand timers. The teacher will use visual timers at his level with warnings to allow him to see when cleanup or to finish the activity. He will be able to have enough time to finish his activity. The next step is Reel will be able to follow and beware of warnings teachers will give him starting with 8 minutes and then 5 minutes and work his way to its time. And by the end of the year, he will have smoother transitions. And those are the supports that the teachers can be using with him. They could use the sand timer or the 1, 2, 3, letting him know, okay, we're going to eat breakfast first, then we're going outside, and after outside, we're going to do activity time. The breakdown for goal three is by the end of the year, Rio will learn how to take care of his classroom materials because during transitions, he would get upset, kick them over, throw them. So this way, he'll learn how to put them away without getting upset. The first step is Rio can put away toys only with teachers' help. So that is his current level. His next step is Rio will ask for help from other peers and teachers to put away toys. The teachers remind him how to use his words to request for help. Rio will follow verbal directions when the time is up. And the teachers will model how to play with toys and how to put them away. Rio will identify the materials and toys by labels and where they belong. The teachers will place labels in the learning areas designated for the materials. So by the end of the year, he'll be able to take care of his materials. And these are examples of labels that the teachers can use for their classrooms. So the environmental supports is in the physical, we have visual schedules, transitional schedules, cozy calming areas, easy and accessible toys and materials. The social supports would be buddy systems, small group activities, 1 to 3 children, where the teacher will invite the other children to join them. Temporary will be rotating materials and toys, label toys and cubbies. The curriculum modifications for adult support, we have the adults will be reminding the schedules, making fun activities like the Play-Doh mats, so he can learn how to express his needs. The peer support is requesting help from another child, playing with the children, having friends, little posters. That one is how to build social skills like a pat on the back, asking for a hug or a high five. The invisible supports is a calming area and the picture schedules. In conclusion, as an early learning coach mentor, I can take these tools with me and apply them and introduce them to the educators that I work with. Working with Real I was able to observe what adaptions worked and which needed improvement, such as emotional cards. Real did not like he did not like or want to repeat the cards that were offered with him with the real life people. He actually liked cartoon characters instead, and it was even um books with emotions as well. That's where he would repeat the emotions in there. Real did not want to he wanted to use books and the cartoon characters. Not all modifications, adaptations, and supports are a one size fits all. It's important to observe and note the children's likes, dislikes, comfort, and abilities. Also, observing the classroom environments and teaching staff can make a difference for the children and the classroom. And here are my resources. I got stuff from our daily readings and resources from Teachers Pay Teachers. Thank you for listening to my presentation.